Is this thing on? Is it on? Let's find out. I'm gonna go watch my own stream again. Wait. Live. We are live, I think. Channel shows live. Come on. Hello. Wait, I forgot my earphones are in. Are we on? I need to open the YouTube thing so I can see the chat. Ah, we are on. I do have volume. I can hear myself. Okay. Resets. Sending links. Okay. Yeah, we in. We good. I think I'll actually get the sponsors like this time. I have to save a screenshot of this. Okay, I'll wait for a few more to get in while these guys are busy qualifying here. We got 3 watching. Welcome in, guys. Say hello in the chat if you are keen. Good evening, Panal and chat. Good evening, Des. Nice to have you in the chats here. Okay, wait, let me actually just mute this. You might hear it like in the background. Okay, now that I know the sound is working, everything, all is good. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Gran Turismo South Africa. I think we should still wait. Gran Turismo South Africa Manufacturer Series. This is race number 2, round number 2. And we got an interesting one. We really got an interesting one. I'm gonna wait for a few more. Oh, the the spelling, yes. But now, there's only one guy sitting at the panel tonight, as the other guys are busy racing. So we shall see. We shall see what happens with the rest of them. But now. Okay, 6 in, waiting for a little bit more. Let's say when there's about 10 watching, then we'll do the things. For now, we're gonna be watching as the guys are completing the outlap. Kilara starts his first flying lap over here. These Corvettes are very strong in Group 4 at the moment. So we'll see what the guys will come up here. The Veers are looking strong as a racing team at the moment. The Virtus slightly just behind there. SMP3 Pro, VSR Richard. We've got 14 drivers in now. I think we're just missing one. I do not know who that is. But we got all our guys. They're busy like chilling, sitting around tires and so on. VSR Richard, Kev or Hollywood. Kennels, MGR Kennels. I need to get used to that. Chris from 9BR. SBR Ruan goes wide. The McLaren, the Stiganator also in the McLaren. Giving Crazy 8's Henny a chance to go by. Then we've got King of Monza, OJJDS in the Aston Martin. We got Ghost Killer Pace in the... What? Okay, that's first Ghost Killer Pace in the Nissan Silvia. Then behind him, that shows in front of him, Scale and Pace in the McLaren 650S as well. And we got RBS GT Racing in the Mercedes-Benz. Okay, 7 watching. We're already a fair bit into this, so we'll start off properly. Welcome to the Gran Turismo South Africa Racing Series. This is the Manufacturers Cup, and we are currently in round 2 of the series. Before we get started, a shout out to all our sponsors. It is Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox, Right Recruitment, TGNs, Racing Simulators, Track Art, Zapa Gaming, And obviously thanks to Steven for putting this all together, as well as the other admins. Don't know all the names on my head, but all you guys in the background, we appreciate you severely, because without you, none of the stuff would be kept track of. We would just be racing for the sake of racing, which is also still fun, to be fair. But yeah, people finishing their flying laps. Hello Rev, hello Steven. We're just speaking. I actually did the thing, Steven. I did the sponsors without fumbling this time. I got it ahead of time. Yeah, as we're looking through, a lot of difference here. Oh wait, Leviticus is in. Setting a 203.8. That is a stonking lap. 23% battery, probably be in the dark. That sucks, dude. Man, the woes never end, right? The woes never end. But yeah, we got Ruan here in second place. Don't mind of the... Oh, he goes wide again. Chris done a little spin and goes back to the pits. Yeah, so Zappa, not a current sponsor, but shout out to them as always. Okay, cool. I don't know about Chevy and Ford Palabora. I don't know if they still doing a thing. But yeah, okay. So we got Mayfair, Rhino, Right Recruitment, TGN, Track Art. Those are the ones. The 5 for now, unless I'm missing any. Yeah, we got some really good cars in contention tonight. Ferrari looking very, very fast here. So Leviticus on his racing tile, by the looks of it, the racing mediums. Ruan sets a 204.306 in the McLaren. Well, Ruan is having a good time with his McLaren, but the problem is he's been making some tiny little mistakes that have been piled up in him losing out. So we'll see what he can do with tonight's race here. Currently on second, up for a faster lap than what he currently has. OJJDS in third, I think. Any guys in the pits? Okay, Ghost Killer, Gerala Brain in the pits at the moment. Watching on mute while I'm in meetings? Okay, well, if that's what you can do, then do it. As long as you're not using me as an excuse to skip out on work stuff, we're all good. Okay, so people are in the pits now. I think guys are going to be changing their tires. OJG goes to hard, Hollywood onto hards, Ghost Killer on hards, Ruan on soft tires, so he's probably going to be getting out of the way as early as possible. Nope, he changes to mediums. So a fair share of difference in strategies here. KLM Pace using Stiganator as a boost. Woo! Goes all slidey. I don't know what that was about. Was that a bit of lag? Oh, that's because the qualifying ended. Okay, so we got Leviticus, Ruan, Richard, Ghost Killer, SMP3 Pro, OJ, GDS, Kindles, RBS, Hollywood, KLM Pace, Galaro Brain, Chris, Henny, and Stiganator. That's our lineup for tonight. And we'll see as the lights 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and don't false start. And away we go. Looks like a clean getaway from everybody. Who's gonna have the first? Let's move down to like the middle of the pack here. Let's see how turn 1 is gonna look. Let's look at the back of the pack as we look into third person here. No issues, no incidents at the moment. A little bit of bumping, but nothing too dramatic. Everyone gets through the first one. Is that one corner? Yeah, that's one corner. Just exits a little bit slightly. And we are underway, and someone has spun around in the back. It is crazy. It's Henny. Unfortunately, again getting damaged. I think oh my word, gets reset as well. Oh, that's a terrible start. Once again, Henny on the back foot right from the get-go. Stiganator, I wonder if that was an incident. Might be a little bit of lag. You can see Stiganator is busy hopping around there very slightly. But as we go around the rest of the track, things are looking smooth here for the rest of the guys. We're going to go right from the top. Leviticus has already pulled a 6/10 of a lead. And that lead is coming down. Ruan is in the McLaren behind him in slipstream. McLaren is much faster in terms of speed, but much worse in terms of fuel. So he's going to be using the Leviticus to save fuel. Richard on the back foot being attacked by SMP3 Pro. Richard goes defensive, going into the big hairpin. What's going to happen here? SMP3 Pro goes wide. He's trying to get the cut back, gets a better exit, but not good enough. And there's a four-way battle here. Ghost Killer, OJ, Kennels in the Corvette going flying past Ghost Killer in the Sylvia. And then RBS GT making up some good places here in 8th place. KLM Pace 9th being attacked by Hollywood. 11th, 12th, 13th. Also a very close battle here between all of these guys here. And then Henny coming up to collect the back. Lavertius Ruan being closely in contention. Ends a battle for 3rd. SMP3 Pro there. Kennels right on the back of OJ here. The Corvette is ridiculously fast in Group 4 at the moment. But with the new tire physics change and the whole like handling overhauls and stuff like that, we're going to see how these guys' tires are doing and everything. So, speaking of tires, Lavertius on the racing mediums, Ruan on the racing mediums, Richard on the mediums, SMP on the mediums, OJ on the hard, so he's been doing well to stay up in front here with the hard tires. Kendall's getting a little bit slidey, he's on the medium, so he's going to be trying to get ahead of OJ as soon as possible. We want as minimal battling as you can on these medium tires. Goes on the outside, but OJ for president. Goes on the outside. OJ is defending like a lion in that Aston Martin. He's pulling a Fernando on Hamilton. But now with the power of that American V8, Kennels is surely going to have the upper hand here. OJ goes late under braking, but cannot hold the position and gets ahead of OJ GTS anyway. RBS is now ahead of Ghost Killer Pace and who's ahead of KRM Pace. They're following close in tow, slowly leading behind, leading ahead of Stiganator. Chris also on a 1 second behind Gilara. OJ is moving in the braking zone. Well, not really. That's not a dramatic move. That was a defensive position at the start of what Hollywood is on the back foot here, on the hard tires. So Gilara must have gone through something to be so far back on the medium tires. Currently behind Chris. Stiganator catching up to the pack. KLM Pace going for a move on RBS GT. Both of them. No, RBS is on the hard tires. KLM Pace on the mediums. And it's gonna be frustrating staying behind that Mercedes that is looking a little bit laggy. Very slightly though. And now he goes for the move on the inside. There's no way you can really cover that off. RBS goes a little bit too close, makes contact slightly, but KLM Pace makes the move stick, and now he will be able to get a good flyaway. Goes KLM Pace up in 7th, OJ in 6th, doing really well honestly on these odds, sliding a bit, and goes on to the grass. So did Kennels, going wide. There's a four-way battle going down here. Slipstream, Sylvia from Ghost Killer Pace giving him the move there. Stiganator going for a move on RBS. Makes it happen. Very solid move there. RBS GT is not going to be worrying about that too much because he is on the harder tires. OJ will get a podium. Let's hope. We would like to see some differentiate in the podium here. But yeah, everything is going on here at the backpack. Going back to the start, Lavertius has pulled about a 1 second lead, just under 1 second lead now. And now there's a three-way battle for second. SMP3 Pro, VSR Richard and SBR Ruan. Three-way battle for second. Well, four-way battle for first in a way, because they are just basically 1.5 seconds between each other. Kendall's falling slightly behind. And OJ in 6th place. KLM Pace ahead of Ghost Killer Pace in 7th and 8th respectively. Stiganator up in 9th. RBS GT down to 10th. Gilara with a 1 second penalty. That's going to be terrible. Chris as well. I wonder what's been happening there. Was that maybe track limits? But yeah, it's going to be a very big dampener for Gilara, and Chris will serve that penalty on their next lap apparently. Hollywood way at the back, so he got a 2 minutes 10 seconds, 5 seconds off the pace last time, so he must have made a mistake there. He ended with a 2:08, but still way behind the pack unfortunately. Ruan back in front again, catching up to Lavertius in the McLaren. Ruan is pushing very nicely. Does have slightly less fuel than Lavertius though, so that's going to be a bit of an issue as they go along. I see Lavertius with a 0.5 second penalty probably went off just on those sausage curbs there, and that's gonna change things now coming with the next lap. That 0.5 second penalty can be very detrimental. Ghost Killer leaves the room. Unfortunately, has a disconnection internet issue there. That is very terrible. KLM Pace is now ahead of OJJDS, who has a 0.5 second penalty. Stiganator now going up the inside of OJGS and makes the move stick. So a lot of action, a lot of drama happening here. Ghost Killer is going to be very sad about that disconnect. Unfortunately, that's just terrible. That sucks. As I mean, his racing has been really good. Ninjas for the win. Hollywood is coming back. We'll see if he can make an advantage. Wow, what Mike OJ. Hollywood, get in there, fluffy butt. We'll see him bring it back if he can on these hard tires. A lot of people opting to get the hard tires out of the way first. 0.5 second penalty for Lev. Let's see what happens here. They both Lev and Ruan have broken a second to Richard and SMP3. So we'll see what will happen now. Lev is going to save service penalty. Sorry for my freaking throat clearing here. Ruan with the fastest lap currently. And does Ruan get ahead? He does. Lev slows down, but that's not too detrimental. He's going to be falling behind Ruan here. And Ruan will be forced to drive much faster now, being without slipstream. He can't save as much fuel. Lev is going to be right on his tail. Very close battling here. A big group, first, second, third, and fourth. With a slight spacer into fifth. KLM Pace has been doing an outstanding job moving forward in the back, but his fuel is busted. You can see even Stiganator has been saving pretty much a lap fuel more. I wonder what's Pace's strategy, KLM Pace's strategy going to be here. OJJD is also moving down the order. Now with sitting with RBS GT in the Mercedes. Side by side, they go into the final corner. RBS GT goes a little bit wide. That's OJ did give him space though, so they still side by side. Then Mercedes looks to have a lot of power. As we look at the background, Hollywood went off on the grass as well. No issues though. OJ does keep the position. He's, I think, the leader of the hard tire runners at the moment. Yes, that is correct. He is saving a good amount of fuel as well. So is Galara, but Galara's still on the medium, so definitely on the back foot, yes. Hard tires are mandatory for this race, so they're going to be forced to use the hard tires at some point. But yeah, Hollywood goes wide onto that corner there, goes onto the grass, luckily doesn't spin out. But will he get a penalty slapped on him for that situation? Doesn't look like it. Chris now in 12, and he's still at the back. Ruan moving away slightly from Levitius. He's giving Levitius a good run for his money. 205, 115 last lap. So, two fast, insanely fast drivers here. Mediums already almost halfway used. And with the new tire physics, the last 30% of the tires are where things get really, really terrible. So we'll see now. That looks like the guys are handling the new physics very well. Gerard Brains is go Ruan indeed. He's been upping his game a lot in these past few races, and it shows. Leading Levitius of all people, and Levitius can't get a reply back. And while we're speaking here, SMP3 does get ahead of VSR Richard in the Porsche. So a Porsche came and also a good shout here. We will see how these are going to affect the drivers when they go into the Group 3 races. Kennels, what? Oh, it was just a weird replay angle there. Kennels with losing touch to VSR Richard and the front runners. As KLM Pace slowly catching back up, but he's probably going to have to put either this lap or probably this lap. He's going to be forced to put, so not liking the way. Oh, gets a little bit slippery at the exit there. Goes wide. And he is able to do another lap along with Stiganator, who has a 0.5 second penalty. RBS GT does get ahead of OJ, who is now just slightly ahead of Galara Brain. Galara is now making up some good ground. And then our back runners, Hollywood, Henny, and Hollywood Chris and Henny right at the back. Unfortunately, Henny with a real back foot here. Ruan goes wide of that corner, putting Levitius right into contention for the lead once again. And we'll see. Let's see if there's anything that develops. Real solid consistency here by these two drivers. But yeah, we'll see how Ruan deals with the pressure. Levitius is used to being rising under pressure as he's in the lead most of the time. So he's going to be putting pressure with this Italian V8 versus the British V8. No, British? Is this V8? Yes, it's V8. SBR for the win. Go Ruan. He's doing incredibly well so far. But his fuel is his problem. I think Leviticus is probably just biding his time, saving up some fuel. Maybe going to go for an overcut. We will see. We will see what happens. SMP3 now leading by a second over VSR Richard. Brandai McLaren, says Jackie. Kennels now 2 seconds ahead. The gap is coming down from Kennels to Kalen. But Kalen's fuel is pretty much on the freaking fumes there. So we will see if he's going to go in now this lap. As things stand, 8th place currently sitting with RBS GT. Gillardo does get ahead of OJ, which is not surprising considering the hard tires, but RBS is our lead runner on the hard tires at the moment. So they've got their worst tires out of the way. They're only going to get faster in this race. So we'll see how that affects the standings later on. Hollywood being close contention with Chris from 9BR here. Marco also giving a shout to SBR there. SBR Ruan. The other SBR folks need to get up in pool 1, man. Kyle Pace does go in for his fuel at the moment. I think RBS does too, so does OJ. Kalen going on from the medium tires. We're going to see what he's going to change next. RBS. OJ, Hollywood in as well. Does Henny come in on his hard tires? All three hard runners in at the moment. Henny in as well. But you saved almost the most, like second most fuel. So fuel rate is set at 4 here. So look at this. Look at this. OJ was 1.7 seconds behind RBS. And if they fill to 100%, OJ will come out ahead. But he fills to 56%. 56% on the mediums. With a big underfuel, big undercut in terms of fuel onto RBS. Kayla now goes on to the hards. So we'll see. He's probably going to try and extend this stint so that he can maybe run softs toward the ends or maybe another set of mediums. We'll see how that goes. Henny also in. Hollywood on mediums. Kayla on hards. RBS on mediums. King of Monza on mediums or OJ on mediums. Ruan still leading the charge. Actually pulled a gap 1 second, keeping Leviticus out of slipstream there. So very interesting development. Ruan is flying here at the moment, but he's going to be forced to put this lap. And Leviticus will probably go in behind him, but will come out ahead based on fuel if they put at the same time now. SMP3 leads Richard by 0.5, half a second. They're slowly increasing the gap there to Kennels. Kennels having a little bit of a lonely race, but doing exceptionally well, otherwise staying in 5th place there. Stiganator also has a little of a spacer between himself and Gillara, who has had a lot of catching up to do, and he's made that catch up happen so far. Chris also falling well behind. The pit stop is relatively long. Let's see, Leviticus does go for another lap. How is this going to affect the timing though? Because he's going to be very struggling a lot on tires. Same with Richard. With the new tire physics, the handling really goes off with this part, with this section of tires. So we will see. 1 second separated the two of them, Ruan and Leviticus. So we'll see what exactly happens. And we see a few guys, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, up to Chris, going for 8 laps, sorry. Chris probably going to go for a 9 lap. I've seen in pool 2, GTSA, another 9BR driver, ended up finishing 2nd because he pulled off a one-stop strategy. So this is going to be incredible. Chris is also going to be opting in for the one-stop strategy by the looks of it. And it is possible. Difficult to do, and you're going to be losing time from the race, but you save yourself a pit stop, which is, let me just see, 18 watching at the moment. Let's just wait for that little banner to go away there. Waiting. Okay, so 2:51. The pit stop in was about 48 seconds. What happened in race 2, pool 2? Well, I was actually on for a podium myself with a Mitsubishi Lancer. Very fast car on this track, but the tires were absolutely stunted. So Yeah, I had to. I forced myself to put an extra 2 times just so that I can stay in pool 2 and commentate on the race here. Trevs, why don't you commentate anymore? Trevs is a bit in a work situation where his hours have basically flip flopped around. So man is technically at work, but technically also here. Just doesn't have the capabilities to be in a party chat. Here we go, working US hours. So yeah, unfortunately we won't be seeing much of Trevs in racing, but we see him in chat and we love him dearly either way. Still making liveries, still doing work in the background, so we appreciate you, Trevs. We appreciate all of the guys in the background work. All I hear is excuses. I mean, Baker, would you be able to leave work to go race? What tire for OJ? Most likely the mediums. Yep, the mediums. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's look all the way up here. I'll speak about the pool 2 race again soon. SBR all the way. Chris is there. Here we go. He's starting his 9th lap. Levertius, Richard, Gilara, Ruan. Let's see. He's coming around the final corner right now. Levertius filling up to 60% fuel. Does he get the overcut? He does significantly overcut SBR Ruan here. Ruan going onto the hard tires though. It says the bra that was lost in the league in GT Sport days. Ah, the banter. I wonder. Broker, I don't remember your name, your gamer tag by chance. I don't remember it, at least from your YouTube name. Must put it in the chat and see if we maybe know you from a golden oldie. XAD races, no. Well, we will see. Levertius opting to go for the hard tires lost, so he wants to make a good maybe Ramon. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Ram 1, as they say. Here we go. There we go. Awesome stuff. Nice to see you here, my guy. But yeah, Ruan now slightly ahead of OJ. OJ is now tackling the 3rd position here. So Ruan on the harder tire is gonna be at a little bit of a downside. 16% battery. Ooh, I wonder. I think you might be able to finish this race just before it hits 0. Maybe, possibly. Oh, let's see. OJ is gonna be catching up through the corners. Signator up into 5th. SMP down in 6th. RBS in 7th. Richard in. Oh, attacking Keno's in 8th. Keno's does get the inside line though. Is Richard going to make a cutback? He gets a better exit, but is he going to go for the cutback? Doesn't look like it. He's going to be just maybe tagging Keno's along to try and get to the pack ahead, but they are nose to tail right here. Is he going to go for a move? Is he going to pull out to try and get the position? No, not yet. Chris now going into the pits here, taking from the lead of the race, but he's going to fill up all the way to 100%. And go the rest of the race on that one set of tires and one other tank of fuel. Ruan now falling way behind. Did anyone try the 4-lap hard 666 soft? Interesting strategy, but I haven't seen a 3-stop strategy there. 3-stop strategy. I haven't seen. Too much time is lost in the pit. If you look at Ruan's time here, we got his outlap being a 2:51, 2:99 and a 2:06 on the lap. So okay, so the outlap doesn't really do anything against your time. Yeah, it takes too much time to do the extra stop. So 50 seconds roundabout. Let's say 45 seconds for a pit stop. So you'll be losing way too much time. OJ going wide onto the grass as we're busy checking him in the background there. Doesn't get damaged, but a big dampener now being under attack from Stiganator. Is Stiganator going to go for the position? Yeah, he's going to go for the move. No, he tucks. Yes, no, yes, no. No, he doesn't. He tucks in behind OJ. OJ has slightly dirty tires now, and he's going to be kicking himself in the face there. For that all that momentum gone. You wouldn't need to fuel an extra stop, just a tire stop. It still takes too long, just for the tires. It's about, I think, 25 seconds there about. So there's not enough time to catch that time back up. Hi, Mr. Berry, says Fluffy. The guy with that strat is still racing Trivs. Man, what's all with all the shade on Trivs now tonight? But yeah, Lev is now in a comfortable 7.8 second lead. We got Ruan in a decent second position, but now Stiganator's on the softs. Interesting. Hectic Jacques, if he pulls that off, that will be very interesting to see. It would be very interesting to see, honestly. OJJDS 2.2 seconds behind Stiganator now. Stiganator does get the position, but those soft tires go. Mr. Is Me, hi. Stiganator being under attack from OJ now, but Stig will start to get a little bit, maybe a two or three laps of better pace through the corners. So OJ will want to stick in the slipstream, and RBS as well in the slipstream. SMP3, Kennels and Richard all in close contention here. Kennels is gonna want to overtake SMP3s and let Richard and SMP resume their fighting. Kennels is on the medium tires, so by all means he should be faster. But can he get this? That Porsche has a very big rear and big and heavy rear end, seeing as the engine is there as well. But we'll see. Ooh, Richard getting a little bit shaky out of their corners. And we'll see. Will Kennels go for the move here? You should have the speed. He has the slipstream. Is he gonna go for the move? He does look at the side. Goes for the move. Does secure it, gets the better run out, and now it's going to be forcing SMP back into a fight with Richard here. So three-way battle for 6th position currently here on track. And then there's a battle for 3rd again on track. Oh no, and Ruan does the thing and he's spun out. Oh my word, and just about manages to run away from Kennels, but all the way down to 8. All that momentum gone and in the bin, because now he has to deal with damage, and Ruan once again just falling flat, even though he had a slight dampener between him and 3rd place on track. He's gonna be so upset. I can even hear him on stream, just like, yeah, Ruan. I can hear it. Ruan, yes, Ruan. What? Oh, dude, that's just so unfortunate. Just missing the racing. We missing you in the racing trips. Man. Hopefully one day they can maybe change up your hours so that you can work in your own time, or maybe just get a little break in between. In time. He's very upset now. Yep. He's gonna be upset. So upset. All the way down to 8th behind VSR Richard here of all people. It's sad. It hurts. That was very close to his heart. He did well to avoid him just in time. I don't know if the ghosting is on Hollywood. Whoa, it's a massive lag there. Whoa, almost sliding around the final corner. KLM Pace does fall behind. He's into 12th place at the moment. So, you enjoying the hours? Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Anything enjoying Henny now 2.2 seconds behind Kalen. So he's been well. He's been doing well to catch up to the backpack here. Kalen really not having a good race. Unless we'll see, maybe he picks it back up towards the end. But yeah, I know the man has been busy and he has had almost no time to practice, having to do other races and such. Levertius now, he's pretty much got this for the win. 14 seconds in the lead from OJ. He has better tires, he has more fuel, he has more time. He has to go on the hards though. But based on this massive 14-second gap, he could go put for hards and then maybe even put for softs afterwards. But nah, Lev won't be doing that. He'll secure his win as the race goes on. But it's gonna be pretty lonely. It's gonna be very, very lonely here for him. He'll be biding his time. He'll be setting lap times. He'll be racing himself like Usain Bolt. OJ though in 2nd place, ahead of Stiganator now, so those softs might be falling off unless Stiganator made a mistake. It doesn't look like it. OJ has just been fast. As much as he's been losing time, he's been making up the time as well. Although the fuel is not loving what he's doing. Well, he's going to have to go into the pits soon. Stiganator is saving a whole lot of fuel. RBS GT is trying to keep up in touch with the... Lev has been online from early hours during the practice. Man was accustomed to everything and was ready for this. Yeah, no, that's what Lev does. That's his lifestyle. It's his art. It's his That's his whole streamer persona. So, whoa, RBS GT on the grass there, but still making up time to Stiganator. Stiganator's not going to be having a good time for this next lap as his tires are falling off. RBS and OJ, they basically have another lap of tires, but the fuel is not doing well. So OJ under fueling. Ruan almost gave him a run tonight. I think Ruan might have been in solid contention. We still don't know what would happen because of the tire switch. So Ruan would probably go on to the medium tires again, and Lev would be on the hards, and that would basically close up the gap. We would have to see the consistency again between the two of them. But yeah, that's all in the bin now. As we see OJ pulling out of slipstream, RBS does go ahead of Stigan. Oi, what happened to my voice there? Sorry. Stiganator is now falling way behind. Bad luck on him for that one. Definitely starting to go alien level. Man's been in alien level for the past couple of races, Jockey. You guys need to show up and show Ruan that you guys can. That SBR is here to stay, man. Looking at the times, Ruan lost 15 seconds. I think it could be more. Let's have a look here as the message goes away. Ruan is gonna be. Ruan is already at alien levels for sure. And with a different way you have to shift with the McLaren, that makes things. Yeah, 16. Yeah, he lost about 16 seconds on that. That is crazy. That is crazy. And he was ahead of OJ, so yeah, 16 seconds ahead. It's weird to tell. It's very weird to tell. SBR has been doing great things for sure. I've seen them in a couple of races over other streams. So yeah, we need you guys in pool 2 and pool 1, man. We need more of you guys here. So Stiganator, he opts in to go for another lap. Running in fourth for Stiganator. Oh, and whoa, I thought I saw. Oh no, it wasn't. I actually got confused by this Bucky. That one over there. Okay, I'm pointing to the screen, yeah. But this little Bucky over there, I actually got really confused by it. We'll be there soon. Yes, that's what we like to hear. Oh, Hollywood sliding into the corner there. And KLM pace is now catching up because the mediums are starting to fall off for Hollywood. And KLM is actually pushing. You should be shifting that McLaren at 50% to save enough fuel. But it looks like KLM pace is maybe going to run the hards and then go on to softs. So Hollywood goes onto the grass, but drink some Slayer and come right. I think I'm already right. I would not like to come left, so I would rather stay right. Because it looks like something is happening right now between KLM Pace and Hollywood. The two of them going, Hollywood giving plenty of space. Going defensive though. We'll see what's happening. Ooh, Kalen. Yes, indeed. Right on the tail of Hollywood here. What is going to happen? Let's look at this. Onto the sausage curb. Shifting early. He's going to have the slipstream. Goes onto the side. For the inside. I wonder what happened. Maybe there was an incident between them that Kalen decided to give him room. Because definitely Kalen did slow down there. It looks like Hollywood was indicating to give them the position, but looks like good sportsmanship between these two. So very nice to see after the little tussle in race 1. Oh, nice to see the sportsmanship showing up. Henny now ahead of Chris here, and OJ, RBS both in. So RBS gonna catch up a relative maybe second or two. But Stiganator losing out severely. Yeah, no, running the tires still there. Look at that, 8 seconds. Stiganator was complete in touch with RBS and OJ, but he's fallen 8 seconds behind simply because of those tires. On the other side of things, RBS GT is going to be ahead of OJ because of the fueling situation. Oh, okay, OJ looks like he's under fueling again, maybe. RBS GT over fueling, or maybe it's just the way the cars react with their fueling systems. Stiganator now onto hards, and he has to go through these tires all the way to the end. So RBS and OJ on a good run because they have to just nurse these tires all the way to the end. Chris running his one stop, so he's in 7th, but it's not looking too great because OJ is going to be catching up with a large amount of time here. RBS GT 2.5 seconds behind OJ. I thought they would come around about the same time, but OJ underfueled a little bit again. Stiganator now onto the hard tires. Hollywood and KLM Pace now move behind Henny. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. So it looks like Kalen has not been having a good race. He is actually like trying to keep himself in the pool now, interestingly enough. So he has 2 positions to make. Hollywood, Henny and KLM Pace all running to just make it happen. So Kalen not having a good race at all this week. Lavertius now, he goes in for his final stint. Kennels, will he be running another lap on these tires? He has enough fuel, but will he do it? That's the question. SMP3 Pro leaves a solid gap to reach it now. And we'll see what does Kennels do. Kennels does go another lap, and he's going to be butting himself in the butt for this. Possibly, we will see. Takes the lead, Kennels into the lead after having a very crappy first 2 races. He is now in the lead of Pool 1, but he's going to have to put next lap. SMP3 on the hard tires going towards the end. Richard on the hard tires. Ruan on the hard tires. Lavertius now down to 5th place. So the overcut to undercut is not doing well. I wonder, will Ruan have enough though? Will he have enough fuel to go to the end? It doesn't look like it. I don't think that fuel tank can last another 6 laps. That is very, very nonsense for Ruan there. 7 laps on mediums will be interesting come last lap for sure. We'll see. I think the mediums will just about do 7 laps, so we'll see. Kennels, I think, is going to be on his 7th lap. Yes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's on his 9th lap. Are you serious? Wait a minute. Yes, they both go off onto the grass. Kennels. Oh, no. Oh, yes, that is what their tires do. That is exactly what their tires do, and I wanted to go on board as I expected that to happen. Richard now gets past. And yeah, Kennels unfortunately losing out there because he stretched those tires for too long. You cannot do that since this new update. You cannot run the tires long because look how much time he's going to be losing now. Bundle with damage is losing 10ths at a time. Ruan is now close behind him. You can see that McLaren in that mirror. And you'll see how much time he'll have to lose. He might have to lift. Yep, has to lift over a flat corner. Ruan now right behind, going for the move. And it's going to force Kennels to give up that position because he just can't manage the tires right now. And look at that gap increase. Look at that gap. That's crazy. Yeah, you cannot extend the tires in this race. So Lavertius was, I think, about 3-4 seconds behind, has caught up all that time. SMP3 Pro goes in again. I wonder, going onto the soft tires maybe, does Kennels and SMP3. I wonder, is that going to be the call though? We'll see. We know Richard will be able to do the next few laps, I think. Ruan will have to go in again. Making me dizzy when the camera changes, I'm sorry. let's move it to the replay angles again. Unfortunate for Ghost Killer that couldn't make it through. I wonder where you would have been with all this hullabaloo. In that, Kilara Brain is now up to 4th again. So started on a severe back foot and now is up in contention again for some good points. SMP3 down to 5th and he's on the fresh medium tires. And so is OJ is on relatively 2-lap old tires, starting his 3rd lap now. RBS and Chris having a bit of a battle. For 8th place, RBS GT does go ahead. And Chris will have to concede the position because he won't be able to do much with the strategy he's on. So Chris is going to have to survive basically for the next few laps, and I hope that Stickinator isn't able to catch up on those racing hards. Kennels moves down all the way from 1st to 10th with that situation. He's changed, and he's onto the hard tires as well, so he'll be losing out time even further. Hollywood puts a 3-second gap between himself and Kalen. Kalen, although Kalen is on the medium tires, but so is Hollywood. So we'll see. This is going to be a pure pace, funny enough, pace race to see if Hollywood can keep his position in pool 1 or if Kalen will be able to catch him. Henny, though, falling behind ever so slightly with a 0.5 second penalty as well, so he'll be losing even more ground here. Richard is probably going to have to come in by how it looks right now. Chipping away slowly, definitely. Ruan goes into the pits, and yeah, that's just is what it is. So Lev will be catching Richard at a rapid rate now. Completely used hard tires versus completely fresh hard tires. And all of that just craziness puts Gilara into third, all the way basically from last. So Gilara has been having a very good race, an excellent comeback by Gilara here in the Corvette for VSR here. The thing is, though, will he be able to keep that position away from SMP3 Pro as well as OJJDS here? Because OJ is catching SMP3 Pro SMP3 Pro, catching him ever so slightly. The VSR delivery is something else, definitely one of the most outstanding liveries here. Very nice, very. I won't say all over the place, but a lot of lines. Props to the designer that does the liveries, honestly. Then now we got SMP in fourth. Let's just check the tires. Gilara's on old hard tires. So are Richard and Gilara going to be running these tires to the end? Another 4 more laps. Will these tires last those 4 laps? They're doing consistent. Wait, was this the one-stop? I wonder. I think this was a one-stop strategy from Gilara and Richard as well. It looks like almost as good as the Cav livery. In that say, I could almost say it's almost as good as the pace liveries as well. No, but either way though, designs. There's a lot of really great designs on show here tonight. Even SBR ruins their design. All of these guys doing some, and 9BR can't like leave them out as well. Not opting for green this time. It's weird to see them without green on their cars. Stiganator as well. I like the blue and black livery as well. The blue and black color tone, 2 tones. Kennel's catching up there though. So there's gonna be a battle for 10th here as well. Hollywood is being caught up very slowly by Kaelin here, but will it be enough? They have enough fuel to get to the end. But we'll keep checking. We'll keep tabs on this section of the race of these 2 drivers. Richard though under attack, like the Rhino utility stickers. For sure. Here we go. So let's watch Levertius here for the lead. Fresher hard tires. 2 of them go side by side. Richard has to save though. He does have the inside line. Levertius going on the outside, side by side through the snaking corners. And Levertius does make it stick. He does go ahead of Richard. Displaying they all look good. Yeah, for sure. Banter is banter, dude. So I don't think there's any better livery than everyone's. Everyone does the best liveries that they do. So now Lev takes the lead back, and I don't even think VSR is even gonna VSR. I don't think Richard is gonna even try to contest this. But the thing is though, the tires are gone. If they decide to stick through these next laps, sorry about that. If they stick through these next laps with Richard and Gilara, they're gonna be losing a hefty chunk of time. So we'll see. Will we see the decision making here? Is Richard gonna go into the pits? Is Gilara gonna go into the pits? Also, SBR livery. You were hearing me say about the SBR livery. I was talking about how good Ruan's livery is as well. Maybe it's because I talk so fast. You may have missed it. Blink and you'll miss by speech. Interesting. So with a 14-second spacer between second and third, Gilara is under attack by SMP3 here though, as we're speaking about it. Oh, Gilara does go wide, does go onto the grass, but loses out the position in the process. OJ losing slight touch there towards SMP, but you will be catching up to Gilara Brain at this rate. You don't talk fast, you will just listen slow. That's a Trevor Noah line, if I've ever heard one. RBS and Ruan now battling it out. Ruan on the soft tires. So he's going to be flying for these next 3 laps. Well, 4 or 5 laps. He's done a short stop on lap 17. Here's Moichen no scopes. Okay, here we go. So will we see a move being made here by Ruan? Looks like it. Yeah, an easy move made by Ruan here, sitting at 2:04.7 for this last lap. I didn't even look at that, but now RBS is side by side again. But Ruan does have the inside line. He will be able to brake later. RBS does attempt to go side by side, but that's not going to happen. And now with a better run out to the straight, Ruan is going to be flying. And now he's going to be setting his sights on OJGDS for the top 5 position. Unfortunately, what could have possibly been a win is now turned into a possible top 5. Maybe 4 or 3rd. We'll see. Ruan with the fastest lap. Well done. Yeah, he is on the soft tires. And I expect him to go even faster. I wouldn't be surprised if we might possibly see a 2:03. But I doubt it. I think Ruan is probably just going to bring it home. RBS has now fallen out of slip, just shy of slipstream from Ruan. Chris and Kennels into the wall. Losing out. He was ahead of Stiganator, but does a big mistake there. That's a very odd place to make a mistake, but I think that was probably the curbs. And with full damage in the front side, front bumper, and both tires, it's looking to be attacked now by Kevin Hollywood, who is approaching at a rapid rate. Kaelan also not able to make up the ground that he wants, even on the mediums, even though he's pushing. But Hollywood is going to have dead tires by lap 22 probably. So this is going to be really, really intense for these next 2 laps. Kettles is on the hard tire, but he's on fresher hard tires. So he might be able to bring up all that pace in the last lap here. 2 more laps left. Kaelan Pace goes into the pits again. Okay, so he's given up. He's given up on staying in pool 1 here. He's gonna go for the fastest lap by the looks of it. He's going to test himself against Ruan's time here. Levitius on the other hand, he's basically got his gap back because now 8 seconds ahead of VSR Richard, who is slowing down dramatically. Look at those tires. They basically say, wow, with this new update, right, driving on dead tires is pretty much like having a puncture. Because we'll see the speed that he takes through this corner. Let's see. Brakes. Taking the corner at 90, accelerating late. Then we'll look at Kennels here. Taking the corner at 110, 120. So Richard is going to be under attack from SMP3 Pro next lap. Gilara Brain is going to be under attack by OJ and Ruan. Both of them on a close contention here, so we'll basically have to keep tabs on this battle here. OJ and Ruan. Ruan goes a little bit wide onto the grass. He's trying to put those soft tires to full use. And there's close contention. OJ trying to look for a move on Gilara here. 1 lap of fuel. He goes on the outside, side by side with Gilara. Going into the final corner. This is going to be a tricky one. Gilara does brake late. Keeps OJ on the outside, but Ruan is on the attack from the inside. So what turns into a attack from OJ is now a position lost and into a defense and attack. Ruan is keeping OJ away from making a move. Ruan does secure 5th place. Gilara does keep 4th, and OJ, Gilara, Ruan, and even RBS is getting in on the action. There can be a lot that happens here in this last race. Ruan took full advantage, definitely. Gilara is going to go into full defensive mode, but that's going to be shattered with this next corner. Ruan side by side now with Gilara, and this next corner is going to be the make or break. Ruan, oh, they touch slightly. Gilara goes wide. OJ on the inside. On the inside of Gilara there. They go just about side by side. And Easy gonna go for another move here. No, they stay in a single file. But now RBS is with it. Ruan has already got out of slipstream from Gilara. So now Gilara is gonna be under attack from RBS. And OJ, there's a little bit of contact going on towards the straightaway. RBS going for a very bold move there. Gilara going full defensive. OJ going full attack. What's gonna happen? Side by side, RBS and OJ. OJ goes for a move, doesn't go for a move. RBS tries to get the cutback but can't make it happen. Gilara Brain is trying to keep his position here and doing an extremely defensive position. Ruan is now going for the attack on Richard. SMP3 Pro is very clear in second. Gilara goes off with OG alongside. And then that was side by side, but dead tires is what's gonna happen. Gilara can't keep it up anymore, and he loses out the position 6, all the way from 4th down to 7th in the matter of few corners. Ruan does get ahead of Richard, and will Richard make it? Will OJ take 4th on the inside at the final point? Richard goes extremely wide. OJ takes 4th, RBS in 5th, Richard in 6th, Gilara in 7th. That is insane. Wow. And never mind that, there's a battle for 8th here. Jeez. Chris ran out of fuel. Kendall's has solidified his position in 10th. Hollywood goes off. Hollywood goes all the way off. But he had a very good dampener between him and everyone else. So Crazy 8 Annie coming back. Unfortunately, will be relegated to Pool 2. And KLM Pace with a 2:05.9. So couldn't keep the run going with Ruan there. But he was... Yeah, Kayla didn't have a good time there. We'll save the replay. But an outstanding race and a massive finish for the guys here. A solid race by Levitius. He was our contention for win all the way from the get-go. SMP3 Pro in second. Ruan with a massive comeback after that failure of a hit into the wall, unfortunately. But takes 3rd place, what could have possibly been a win. So unfortunate, but still good result for Ruan. OJ just missing out on the podium as well. Throat, yeah. My throat it has survived more than the tires have. That's one thing I can say. My throat is better than the tires in this race. But yeah, OJ with a solid drive, finishing 4th. And look at the gap between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Even 7th, just within just after 2, just around 2 seconds. Couldn't get my words there. OJ 4th, RBS GTS 5th of the Mercedes. And what I just love to see is the fact that our top 6 is 6 different manufacturers. Is that right? Yeah. We got a Ferrari, we've got Porsche, we've got McLaren, we've got Aston, we've got Merc, we've got Chevy. Very good commentary, Revs. Thank you. That's why I love doing this. I love the commentary because it shows how good these guys are. But anyway, we still can go down the order. Gilara finishing in 7th. So the one stop was possible, but too much time lost out in the end. Stiganator in the other McLaren, and game end. God damn it! Why don't they just wait a little bit more, man? But yeah, that's gonna be it for me anyway. Shout out to our sponsors again before we end off here. Track Art, we got TGN Racing Simulators, Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox, Right Recruitment. I think that's it. Thank you very much, guys. We have a good weekend ahead, and we will see you next week for another race. Have a good one, and have a good evening.